Hello dear students, and welcome to this audio lecture on word accent and intonation. Before I explain the concept of word accent, let me first of all explain the meaning of a syllable. Syllable is the smallest pronunciable unit in a particular word. One or more phonemes or distinct sounds form the next higher unit called the syllable. Vowels generally take the central position in the syllable, and consonants normally take the marginal positions. Now let us take a few examples. The word cat is a monosyllabic word, which means that the word cat has got only one syllable in it. In order to articulate the word cat, in order to pronounce the word cat, we need to make an attempt only once, cat. And there are three distinct sounds in this word cat: k, a, t. K and t, they are the two consonant sounds, and they take the marginal positions in the syllable. And the central position is occupied by the vowel sound a. Now let us take another example. The word table, T-A-B-L-E, table. The word table has two syllables in it, which means that we need to make an attempt twice in order to articulate or pronounce the word table. The first syllable is more prominent than the second syllable. Hence, the first syllable is known as the stressed or the accented syllable, and the second syllable is known as the unaccented or the unstressed syllable. In words of more than one syllable, not all the syllables are equally prominent. Those that are more prominent than others are said to receive the accent. A good dictionary indicates the location of word accent, and hence it is necessary to refer to a good dictionary in order to find out the accentual patterns in English words. Also, familiarizing oneself with the rules of accentual pattern in English language will help in identifying the stressed syllable in a word. I shall be discussing the different rules for accentual pattern in a short while. The relative prominence of a syllable may be due to stress, that is, greater breath force, greater muscular effort, or vibration of the vocal cords in case of voiced sounds. The syllable on which there is a pitch change is said to have the primary accent or the tonic accent. Any other prominent syllable is said to have the secondary accent. Primary accent is marked with a vertical bar above and in front of the syllable to which it refers to while we write, and secondary accent with a bar below and in front of the syllable to which it refers to. Now, let us take a few examples. The word master, M-A-S-T-E-R, master, has got two syllables in it, master. And the first syllable is more prominent as far as our force is concerned, as far as our stress is concerned, while we articulate or pronounce the word master. Hence, the first syllable is the stressed syllable. Let us take few more examples in which the second syllable is more prominent. Do keep in mind that the root word, the root part in the word, that is always accented. Prefixes, suffixes, they are normally not accented. For instance, in the words like about, deceive, delight, the second syllable is accented. The first syllable is unaccented, unstressed. Hence, we need to articulate or pronounce the words in the manner like about, deceive, delight. Let us take a few more examples of words where there are three syllables in it. Committee, deliver, committee, deliver. There are three syllables, and the middle syllable or the second syllable is the most prominent syllable, and hence the second or the middle syllable is the stressed syllable in these two words. Let us take a few more examples of words where there are three syllables. disappoint, entertain, understand, decompose. The similarity is that in all these words that I have just now mentioned, disappoint, entertain, understand, decompose, the last syllable or the third syllable is the most prominent syllable. Hence, the last syllable receives the primary accent. But there is another prominent syllable in these words, but a little less prominent than the last syllable, and that is the first syllable of all the words that I have mentioned just now. Disappoint, entertain, understand, decompose. Hence, the first syllable in all these words receives the secondary accent. Now, let me discuss the different rules for accentual pattern in English language. If a disyllabic word is a noun and has no prefix, then the accent will fall on the first syllable. For instance, college, music, lecture. I repeat, if a disyllabic word is a noun, then the accent will fall on the first syllable. However, if a disyllabic word is a verb, then the accent will fall on the second syllable. For instance, consign, indulge, defend, prevent. The next rule is that accent generally falls on the root syllable of a word. For instance, behave, inform, decease, return, become. Accent generally falls on the root syllable of a word. Prefixes are never stressed or accented. Suffixes are also not stressed. For instance, let me mention a few examples of words where there are prefixes. For instance, unwise, discount, withdraw, mislead. The prefixes are never accented. The root syllable, the root part is accented. Similarly, suffixes are also not stressed or accented. Goodness, slowly, freedom, thoughtless, sleepy. Also keep in mind another rule for accentual pattern, that is conjunctions, interjections and articles are as a rule never stressed or accented. Let me now mention certain English words which ends in suffixes, for instance, ion. Words ending in ion, for instance, application, civilization, composition, examination, imagination. So the rule is that words ending in ion have the primary accent on the last syllable but one, which means the syllable preceding the suffix. Similarly, words ending in ic, ical, ically, that is words ending in ickle, ickly, have the primary accent on the syllable preceding the suffix. For instance, electric, electrical, grammatical, political, sympathetic, scientific. The next rule is that words ending in ity, that is itty, English words ending with the suffix ity, for example, generosity, morality, equality, possibility, are accented on the syllable preceding the suffix. Words ending in ial, ially, for instance, words like ceremonial, confidential, official, memorial, have the primary accent on the syllable preceding the suffix. The rule remains the same. Also, there are English words ending in ian, for instance, electrician, librarian, musician. The rule is that words ending in ian are accented on the syllable preceding the suffix. Also, let me mention words ending in I, O, U, S. For instance, words like injurious, laborious, luxurious. These words are also accented on the syllable preceding the suffix. Now, students, let me mention another related phenomenon, that is intonation. Stress and intonation are linked phenomena. They work together to give effect or prominence or accent. An accented syllable said on level pitch is described as having a static tone, while an accented syllable on which a pitch change takes place has a kinetic tone. Let me now discuss the uses of different tones in language. The first is the falling tone. A falling tone is used in ordinary statements. For instance, it's 7 o'clock. The house is empty. The water is warm. Also in questions beginning with a question word such as what, why, how. For example, when are they coming? How will they get there? Falling tone is also used in commands like do as I say, come here. Rising tone is used in incomplete utterances. For instance, rising tone is used in utterances such as it's 7 o'clock. I have a lot of students. The house is empty. The sentence is incomplete. The sentence or the sense is incomplete, and hence a rising tone is used. For instance, the water is warm, whereas the complete sentence would be like the water is warm, so why don't you come in? In questions also which demands an answer yes or no, that is in yes no questions, rising tone is used. Are they coming? Has the lecture started yet? So in questions that demand an answer either yes or no, rising tone is often used. Rising tone is also used in polite requests such as would you open the window? Please sit down. Whereas falling rising tone, that is typically used for special implications, and it is a combination of both falling as well as rising tone. The fall rise may take place on one syllable or it may be spread over several. For instance, in utterances like I didn't see you at the theater, which means that there is something at the back of my mind that I actually mean. I didn't see you at the theater, I saw you somewhere else. The houses are nice. I use a fall rise tone or a falling rising tone because maybe the thing that is at the back of my mind, what I want to say is the houses are nice, but perhaps the people in them aren't so pleasant. And so a fall rise tone is used. Hence, these are the three main kinds or types of tones: the falling tone, rising tone, and the falling rising tone or the fall rise tone in English language. Dear students, I hope this audio lecture helps you to some extent in understanding the concept of word accent and intonation. Hope to come up with more such lectures in the area of communication. Thanks for listening.